Barbara, your 3-minute close.
Well, I'd just like to end by saying that in my 11+ years on the board, we've had a number of accomplishments. Briefly, we've consolidated 6 county offices into our one-stop customer service center. We have a new law enforcement center that was built in 2005. We've built technology into that jail in order to improve services in the 911 area so that communication with our law enforcement officers is there. Same with the 800 megahertz radio system. We have a regional training facility that trains our law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders. We have put, in my district alone, $44 million in road construction or safety improvement projects, turn lanes, traffic signals, intersections, etc. 3 new libraries in Scott County that Scott County staffs and supplies materials and technology. 2 more libraries are in the works. We have the fiber optic ring that I referred to before that we, to support economic development and improve communication. We deal a lot with state mandates. These programs are required by the state. We don't have a say of whether we're going to do them or not. So we're really at the mercy of the state to provide services. And sometimes it is difficult to do that because they send us no money or not enough money. So the unfunded mandates and the cost shifts from the state really has put the burden on property taxpayers to solve the budget deficit at the state. I serve on 28 additional committees in addition to the county board. These committees deal with various things: transportation, corrections and criminal justice, emergency management, human services, health advisory committees, libraries, legislation, Association of Minnesota Counties. I have experience with the things that the counties do, and I have experience at the table with state and federal leaders who deal with these things in coordination with us. And there is a learning curve to this position, and I've been tested. I feel I'm there. I've been the chair or vice chair 8 of the past 11 years. That has required decisions to say, what are we going to talk about and when? And those decisions always impact our budget. This year alone in our budget, $540,000 was added because of state mandates in 3 programs, just 3 programs. This will give you an idea of what we deal with in the state for services that they require us to perform. We know that this year the budget's going to be tough. We have had many discussions already. We'll have them all the way through November in order to get to the final in December. We are going to make those cuts. We have to. And the people who are already struggling in our communities making ends meet, we know that. So it's not something that we're oblivious to. So I think that's the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. Chad, your 3-minute close, please.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. This hopefully was very informational for everyone. I think that I hope that I've demonstrated tonight that I have the experience, the insight, and the desire to be a great District 4 County Commissioner. I think that my 7 years as a City Councilman, 2 years as a Deputy Mayor, 12 years as a small business owner, employing 50+ people, helped to give all the taxpayers in Scott County some insight into me and how I would go about being a County Commissioner. I think that I have the communication skills to work with all levels of government in all of Scott County. I believe that I have put out tonight a plan that is going to show you how that can be done. I'm not standing up here tonight saying that this is going to happen without a plan, because we need to have a plan. My platform: taxes, transportation, term limits, recreation. We didn't even get to talk about any social programs. I'd like to see a social host ordinance possibly in Scott County, and also Project Protect enacted. But most important right now, taxes and transportation. 10 straight years of tax increases in Scott County. We've got an economic outlook that is very gloomy. We've got to figure out how we get dollars back into the taxpayers' pockets. We've got to have economic development, and we've got to prioritize. Every department's got to come in and tell us, listen, we can live without this. If we can't do it from that standpoint, we need to look at bringing in an independent auditor, someone who is completely objective, someone who has not been here for 11 years when these departments have been built up. It is imperative that we go and look at each area of government and scrutinize it thoroughly. Transportation. We've talked a lot about the expense of roads, how we close those gaps in the funding. We need to continue to look for ways to finance the transportation system. Otherwise, we cannot see economic development in this county. I'm standing here tonight because I want your vote. I hope that through this debate, you've seen the advantages of me being your Scott County Commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. And Barbara and Chad, on behalf of the Scott County Historical Society, thank you very much for participating in our candidates forum. Good night.